Hey, beloved, welcome to episode 4 with Minutes with God. This is the study guide, and today we're going to be just discussing a little bit in chapter 4, the topic of not ashamed. And I don't know about you, but have you ever experienced something in life where you're walking along life and all of a sudden you have a relative or a friend or somebody you know, but you don't want to be known by association with them in public? Have you ever been ashamed of somebody or ashamed of somebody's, I don't know, maybe somebody you know? And have you ever just been embarrassed and like, I don't want to be seen with this person. This person made a fool out of themselves on social media. This person made a fool of themselves at school. They just made a complete idiot of themselves, and I don't want to have any association with them. And you may have been the person where you didn't want to have nothing to do with them, or you may have been the person who's done the foolish thing. Well, I want to talk to you today about not being ashamed of something more important than your own reputation. I want to talk to you today about not being ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And you see, culturally, there's a lot of things that we could associate our image with, and a lot of things that we can try to protect. But can you really protect your identity? And is it even worth protecting if your identity is not associated with the author of life, God Himself? Is your life more important than His life? So I want to talk to you a little bit about this idea of not being ashamed. And so culturally, the Apostle Paul, as he writes, he's saying, he's making a bold declaration that he is not ashamed. For within the gospel, it is the power of God. And I don't know if you needed a reason not to be ashamed of Jesus Christ, but there is a strong reason right there not to be ashamed, is that in the gospel, it is the power of God unto salvation. And maybe you think that you still can be your own savior, the captain of your ship, and you don't need saving from anybody else. Well, I want to tell you, friend, that you are desperately and have wickedly deceived your own ability and capability of being your best person now. The only way you can be your best person is through the changing power working of Jesus Christ. And so if you need saving from yourself, if you need saving from addiction, if you need saving from thoughts, if you need saving from fear, anxiety, then go to the gospel. It is the power of God unto salvation. Don't be ashamed of the power of God on behalf working for you. Don't be foolish any longer. Turn to God, and where there is true power in the gospel of Jesus Christ. So in this particular episode, I want to read to you just a little portion of the book. And it says this: it is only when a person can get real about who they truly are that they can sincerely begin the process of confessing their need for God and start seeking His help. Overall, if our concern is in how we look and how sexy we can be, then we only prove to be egotistic and self-centered. In the world that we live in today, a man or a woman might get some attention by how he or she looks, but with God, what good does that really do? It's a big question mark there. If we are not doing what we are intended to be doing, then we are missing out on the bigger picture and only proving to be small thinkers. So, beloved, if you're thinking about how great you are instead of thinking about how great God is, and if you're finding 101 reasons to be ashamed of God, I want to tell you right now, do not any longer be ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, because it is Jesus Christ who can save your life, who can save your reputation and give you one in heaven far greater than the reputation that you can ever gain or earn here on earth, your identity with God makes a world of a difference, not only for yourself, but for those who are seeking and wanting to be a part of heaven. God bless you, and we hope you enjoy. Stay tuned for the questions coming up.